Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show. I had something on my lip. I look like I just eaten at a trough. I am Christian.
And I'm Daniel.
Putting on his lipstick. His makeup girl didn't finish in time.
No, I've been sitting at my desk all day. But welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show. It is Wednesday, February.
What day is our show day?
Hey, Piper, how's it going? Welcome to the show. And welcome, Charlie. You missed the intro. It's a new intro. I'll show it again. We just redid our intro for this new year, and we'll show it back again. But it is Wednesday, February 8, 2023. Welcome to the show. Today, first of all, welcome to the, I didn't even put my camera up. I didn't have my regular camera. Welcome to everybody watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching us on Facebook, scroll down, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell will let you know every time there's a new show. We're so glad you're joining us today because today
is
our
100th episode.
So,
100! 100!
What is this? Oh, it's the shirt. Bravo! 100 episode. And we wouldn't have gone to 100 without y'all watching. So we're so happy that you guys have been watching us for 100 days. You've been watching the show. And thank you. Yes, congratulations to us.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you. It's quite a feat. And I've been busy all day, so I haven't had a chance to change clothes or fix my hair or anything. But congratulations, babe, on 100.
Congratulations, Daniel. Hun.
And I have a little treat for you. I pulled up our very first video. Actually, it popped up on my memories. And what a coincidence that on this day is when we did our first pilot episode.
Yeah.
We just happened to land on the same day that we started it back in 2020. So this is
February 8th?
February 8th, 2020.
That's really
we did our very first episode. So
and now 100 episodes later and on the same day. That's
on the same day of all things.
The universe works, folks.
And so before we get into that, how was your day?
It was a good day. I surrendered it up, said I'm just going to serve your will today. That's my higher power's will. And started with meditation, a little stretching, and a short walk. And, a short walk just to kind of I was walking around waving my arms like a crazy person because my shoulder muscles are still sore. And just had a really good day. Did laundry, got that all finished up, got it all put away. I took out a pound of ground beef and I felt like a hamburger. And instead of ordering one, I just made one. Well, actually made 3. And I'm very proud of myself for that. Pat myself on the back for that. And I even used the lettuce to make use lettuce instead of buns. So it's a super low carb, high protein meal.
We have been kicking butt. Speaking of, because I was looking at the today's National Molasses Bar Day, which is basically a brownie. But today is also National Laugh and Get Rich Day.
I wish laughing made me rich.
And it says, laugh yourself into better spirits and enrich your health and happiness today. So it's about celebrating. What is it? You ate all 3 homemade burgers?
I ate 2 of the 3. There's still one left for later for after the show.
But talking about health and stuff, which caught my attention, last Thursday, so we had a show on Wednesday, and on Thursday, back by popular demand, actually back because I hadn't been to a gym in almost 60 years, way before I met Christian. I was back at.
We've been together for 10 years.
That's what I said. Way before I met
6 years before. Way before.
16.
16. Is that 16?
And so I went back to the gym, and I was reminded. Okay, so I had an interview. Side story. I'm going to be in Boston next week for another event, but I was talking to the producer today about that, and I was talking about the gym. It just came up in the conversation that I even told Christian that I was reminded of how good my body felt when it was hurting after working out. And I thought I had said that wrong. Like I thought I that doesn't sound right. But then talking to the producer today, it made more sense. My body has been in pain for so long from everything else, health issues and stuff, that this was the first time in a long time it was hurting because of something that I was enjoying. That like I went to the gym, I worked out, and it hurt because I was doing something that my body could do, not because it was hurting from something physical. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Like
Sure.
It sound more convincing. How about for you folks? I'm sure the folks out there makes sense to them. It was just nice to know that I chose to go to the gym, and I was hurting because of a physical activity that I chose to do, not because my body was just reacting to HIV or cancer or my stomach. I chose to be there, and that felt really good. Like I felt alive. It felt really nice. So anyway, we're talking about that. But then on Sunday, we went.
Okay. Then on Sunday, Daniel and I, for the first time in our entire relationship, went to the gym together, and I did the elliptical at what I thought was a pretty easy level because, well, I've been on the elliptical before in my past. It's only been maybe a few years. And, I don't admire pain like Daniel does. So, no. Went to the gym, did the elliptical for 15 minutes at my body seemed to think was a pretty high level. And then we did a leg workout, and that's been fine. My leg muscles, no problem with the workout. And I did more weight than I thought they could. So I'm grateful that they've stayed in pretty good shape, but I've been walking. So walking does that. But, we did, we used the machines, and we did a calf workout, a hamstring workout, a glute workout, and a quad workout, which is your main thigh muscles. So I hope that answers your question, Charlie.
Yeah.
But we did all that. But the thing that hurt me, that I paid the painful price for the last 2 days, I couldn't even turn my neck even a little bit yesterday. I was in so much pain. Is the elliptical, which is no impact. So of course it didn't do anything to my hips or my legs, but the part that is moving like this, apparently I am really deficient on my upper body because they hurt. Like literally last night I was sitting on the couch, I went for a walk, then I came home and sat on a couch. And my left shoulder trapezius right here spasmed, and I just started. Thank God my neighbor has been out. She was out of town or out. I was screaming like someone in a horror movie. I was just screaming. It hurt so bad. I'm like, and no one was here to even pity me. No one was here to rub my neck or rub the trapezius and help it relax. I had to do it on my own. And no, I did not appreciate any of the pain I was feeling. But I know it's good pain. Like, it's a healthy pain because it means my body got a workout it really needed. And I need to go back so it doesn't get retrograde. That's the worst of it. So if you don't go back, then it goes back to being the worst. So we have to go back this week. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I was thinking maybe tomorrow later evening when it's not quite as busy at the gym.
Yeah, because I went back yesterday after my full day.
And he went at like peak time.
Yeah, I got there about 6:30 or so, and not realizing, I mean, yes, but I thought, well, I could still squeeze something in. I did one of the elliptical machines. You did the elliptical. I did about 20 minutes of that, and that was good. But the very first time that I went, I want to thank, he doesn't watch the show, but Dana Mackey, who is a good friend and who I'm launching a new podcast with, he walked me through it. And one of the cool things is, like, we all should have, and I hope y'all have, that one friend that just kind of reads your mind. And him and I were not that close, but I guess we became closer because we were off the elliptical and we were going to do some stretches. And he walked to his car to get the rubber band things, to show me how to use them. And while he was doing that, he goes, "Why don't you do some balancing? 1 foot, 1 foot." And which I'm really impressed. I could do 30 seconds on each foot and keep my balance pretty good, which is pretty amazing for somebody who has neuropathy to be able to keep that balance. Is really cool. But he comes back, and I guess I was very intently looking at myself in the mirror, and Dana's what, 6 foot something, 6'1", 6'2", maybe. He's a little taller than you, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Dana's pretty tall. So he comes up and sits next to me. And I must have been really intent on the mirror. And he looks at me and goes, "Nobody can tell." And he was so right, because I was trying to look for Tommy. I mean, I can always find him because I know where he is. What?
More importantly, no one cares.
I cared.
But you only care because you think other people can see it.
Shut up, Christian.
Don't care. It's like when I used to not be able to eat in public because I didn't want people to see a 500-pound man eating a hamburger that they probably think I shouldn't be eating. And I don't care what you think.
Well, I felt a little.
No one cares.
Well, but I cared that I thought that people cared. So that says it. But he's like. So so he comes and says, "Nobody can tell." And I was like, "Thank you." Like, I needed to hear that. But then on the way out, we had been paying it on Christian's card, and I wanted to change it over to my card. And there was a trainer, and I can't remember his name, but there was a trainer, and there was the sales guy, whose name is Brandon. I remember Brandon. Oh. He had a very like European type name, so I can't remember his name. Anyway, he knows I'm waiting, and we're chit-chatting, and he's like, "How was your workout?" I said, "It was good." And I tell him I haven't been here in a long time. And he's like, "Well, why not?" And my first thought was like, "Man, you're being nosy." But I was like, "Oh," I said, "because I had a surgery and I felt a little intimidated and like cautious." And he looks me up and down and he goes, "What surgery?" And I'm like, "I have an ostomy." And he goes, "Oh, you're an ostomy. Cool. But how was the workout?" And I was like, "Well, it was good." But it really like threw me off that he was, huh?
No one cares.
Well, he cared enough to ask. So that was good. But it surprised me that he had to like look me up and down to like go, "Where is your surgery?" Like,
yeah, you can't tell.
And so it was kind of cool. And then yesterday when I went by myself, the only reason I didn't stay longer is because it was really, really busy. And I didn't want to stand around.
It's a different dynamic when those clubs are packed and busy. One, they get super hot and wet. and no matter how much the air conditioning is running. And two, it's just you literally wait in line for everything. And it can take like 30 minutes to get to one machine. And I'm like, I don't have all night to spend. I'd rather come either really late at night, like late night, or on the weekends or something. Yeah. Just figure out the best time. Like usually around 11 a.m. is good, right before the lunch rush.
So I was gonna go today during like my lunch break, working from home, but then I had an audition to do, and ended up sending in that audition. So, so everybody throw me some good juju for this audition. It's a good one. It's a good one. What else is today? Today is also, and I want to hear from the people who have gotten married or who are married. Today is, where is it? National Propose Day.
And it goes silent.
It goes silent. Well, we've attempted the wanting to get married a couple of times.
And every time the universe stepped in.
And I actually proposed to Christian when I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was like, I don't know if it was me or the medication speaking, but.
Well, the interesting thing is that the only reason I confidently say the universe said, like the lady with the computer says, nah, is the universe said, nah, because it wasn't once, but twice that things were in order. But the second time, literally a woman disappeared on an island. An island's not that big, so where did she go? But that was like the coup de grace for us. We're just like, okay, someone's really giving us a message here, and we just shouldn't ignore it. So,
and for those of you,
change the nature of our relationship in any way.
I'm still waiting on my wedding invitation. Then, yeah, well, okay. So, I guess we could tell more of the story because we went to Hawaii on our 7th anniversary.
Yeah,
7th anniversary. Not only, first of all, we didn't like where we were. First, that was first. Second, Christian was really sick. He was not well during that trip. Which
the whole time it was before I got diagnosed and treated.
Which hindsight, we should have waited. But and then we had already planned on having a ceremony, and we didn't have a lot of details, and we actually didn't.
We had a plan where we wanted to do the ceremony, and we had a friend who was going to be was going to officiate. There we go. She's going to be our officiant, and we kind of had a plan in mind, but then this woman who happened to be our officiant's like good friend on the island disappeared in the lava flow, the lava forest somewhere, and she disappeared like the whole time we were there. She was basically gone. They didn't find her till after got on a plane. We're on our way home.
So we were actually going to, we were ready that day. Like we had outfits, we had everything.
Oh, we did. We looked so cute. We have a picture of us from that day.
And then she called. Oh yeah, that's right, because it's the clothes we wore to the luau.
Yeah.
And that the day she calls and she's like, or the day before she calls and says, my friend got lost and I'm gonna go search. Can we reschedule? It was like, no, we were leaving like the next day or the day after. And we're like, we can't. Like, this is the opportunity. So we're like, okay, the Hawaiian gods have spoken. We're not getting married, so we didn't.
It was just crazy because something like that has happened twice. So it's kind of like we just kind of let it go and said the universe has spoken. We're gonna continue on as we are, soldier on, and we'll figure it out from there. If we get the energy hit again to try, then we'll do it.
And it's interesting because my sister Nancy just posted the proposal and she put it's a little snarky face, right?
It's a little wondering guy. He has his hand up. He's like,
Oh, okay, because I don't have my glasses on. So it's the I'm thinking guy. I thought you had a good proposal. The only thing I remember the thing that I remember about my sister's proposal is that they oh, it was on your birthday, really? On my birthday many years ago, Carlos gave me some chocolates and this said it was a ring.
But there's always a but. Always a but.
Pero I do remember that they came home. We were in Mexico, and they ended up coming back to the house to drop off my sister, and we were playing cards. And he ended up sitting down to play cards with us. And we used to play this game where it's called In Between, and you sit around and you throw one card to everybody, and then a second card, and then you bet that the next card they throw at you will land in between the cards, and you can lose money fast. And my whole family is about
yeah, and they use real.
He didn't say it was an engagement ring, so like.
And they use real money, folks.
We don't play for fake.
Not play.
Right. So Hoover got to sacrifice a chicken and piss.
Well, he sacrificed the pig.
Wait a minute, this is interesting though. So he didn't say. Well, what else would it be? Like, okay, so but
he just gave you the chocolates with the ring in there, and then he didn't say what it was.
There you go.
Here's some chocolates and a pretty ring.
I do remember they came home and we were playing cards, and that was one thing I used to love playing with my dad, because my dad was like a big better. He would have like a 3 and a 7, and he would bet everything, whatever was in the pot, and then he would lose everything, and then he would come stand by you and he'd be like, bet everything, and you have like a 4 and a 6, and you're like, it's not gonna come, and then either you won and you were like, yeah, or you would lose, you were like, what the hell, and then he would just walk away after you lost everything
because you're no longer entertaining.
No more fun. It didn't seem like an engagement ring. I wonder, have I seen it? I don't know if I ever saw it.
That's so cute. I love that.
That's funny.
And it's such a different time in our lives. Like, because for them, they've been married a while. So that was a very different time. That was before all the kids and everything else.
Yeah, no, not Loteria. This is like a card game.
Just regular card deck.
And, but I remember Carlos
also, Daniel's family is insanely competitive. I mean, insanely competitive. It's cutthroat, man. I wasn't used to that. And I was like, I lost every time.
And the one, you played Continental with us. That one's brutal. That one's brutal game. But I remember Carlos lost all his money. So it was.
So I was okay with the story.
All the tea right now. A ver, comadre, cuéntame.
We should share about our excursions. We were like out of the house almost all weekend.
God. Okay, talk while I pull up the picture because I can show off the outfit.
So we are compadres.
Yes,
we are compadres, and there you go, compadres. And we went to the fashion district in downtown with Laura, who's here. Hello, Laura. And her husband, Jesse, and 2 of their 2 sons, Zion and our beautiful little Junior. And we were shopping for Junior's baptismal outfit and first birthday. And I had never been to the fashion district. I never actually walked. I walked around it, but with a designer, Albert, who is a friend who had a very specific reason. Like, we didn't just go walking around. And this time we got to go walking around. Oh my Lord. Talk about like food addict dreamland. Like, there's food every 2 steps. You're like going by someone with some type of food or sweet or something to sell you. It was so much fun. Didn't get anything, but I'm grateful for that. But and street dogs everywhere. Oh, if you don't know what a street dog is, it's a hot dog wrapped in bacon. Oh, it's like a piece of heaven with peppers and everything else. But we got to go around with these amazing kids and these amazing parents and do some shopping. And we found this amazing, I did not expect to find this in the fashion district of all places, but an amazing herbal shop, like where you could buy sage and you could get a custom essential oil made if you want it. It was amazing, and the prices were very reasonable. We were very impressed with the place, and the owners were nice, or the people who at least worked there. Everyone seemed really cool.
We got the 7 chakra sage, and we got the lavender and sage. So, okay, but I need to tell this whole story because it's going to lead up to that. So we were walking around, and it's like a big mercado for everybody. And by the way, I don't know who does that, Michael. Do you allow your girlfriend to pick out the ring, which didn't happen to my sister, or does a man make it a surprise? That's interesting.
I think in the classic old days, when we are very much more patriarchy and male centric, and women were more property than individuals, empowered individuals as they are today. I think men did do all of that. They chose it out, and because whatever they get, the woman should be just thrilled that they're getting it. And that was the concept back then.
You like got what you got, woman.
Yeah, when my dad proposed to my mom, and I mean, he's head over heels madly in love with this beautiful woman, and he did everything. She didn't get a choice of what her ring looked like or how it was. It was just given to her. She get it.
I mean, I'm sure.
Obviously, today women are empowered, and women are not property, obviously, and women are a part of that process. I know many couples who they go together to buy the ring, but funny enough, as empowered as the women are, they still expect the man to pay for the ring. There's no splitting of the costs or anything. Funny how some things didn't change.
Well, weren't you engaged?
Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Gretchen and we went to the jewelry store, and we purchased the ring together. She chose out the ring she liked, and that was in the price range. And we did the rings together. It was a dual ring set, that the engagement ring, and then you get the ring that you put on at the wedding.
She was mad because it was on her birthday. I mean,
yeah, you think it's just a gift for your birthday?
For some reason, I always thought that you got engaged like on Valentine's. I just thought you got engaged on Valentine's, but Jesse asked you to marry him through text message.
Yeah, that's the ultimate 21st century approach.
Here's a TikTok.
Here's a TikTok. Will you marry me?
Will you marry me?
No.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I believe today in the 21st century, with our empowered female companions, they do like to have a choice, and they do get to choose the ring usually. You know, you get, obviously, if you're paying for it, you're going to give them a price band. Like, this is how much we have to spend. And you let it go from there. Because I think it's only fair. If you're going to wear it for supposedly the rest of your life, you should be able to.
When are you free?
That's so romantic, right? Romantic overtures.
I'd be like, Sunday's the Super Bowl. You want to do it after?
Pick a day. Pick a day I can remember.
Pick a day.
Let's do Halloween. Let's do Valentine's Day.
Do that pose again, Christian, so that Dan can take a picture. Which pose?
Oh,
Oh. Oh, my goodness gracious. Will you marry me? Oh my God, that would be hilarious. I mean, we see other things on TikTok. Why not a marriage proposal?
I'm sure if you did marriage proposal, there'd be a ton of them on TikTok.
Sure.
I think it's completely not my wheelhouse. I would never do something like that.
Well, again, I remind everybody that I was in the hospital on pain pills, and I looked at Christian. I was like,
you weren't even on pain pills. You were on morphine. You were on the liquid stuff. Whatever. It wasn't morphine. It was some type of more intense thing than morphine.
So when I do comedy, I one of my jokes is I asked him to marry me when I was suffering, when I thought I was dying from cancer, and then I survived. Then I lived. It's like, oh, you got married at the Honda Center?
Well, yeah, I've seen that pic. You recently
Oh, that's
posted
right.
those pictures.
But I didn't know that's what it was. I didn't put it together.
Oh yeah,
That's funny. My
it
God,
is a crazy story.
all these crazy. Like now, I feel like we need to do something to top that, like a real proposal somewhere. Okay, so going back to the Saturday when we went to shopping.
Oh yeah.
I did not realize how expensive kids' clothes for baptism were. Like,
because it's a specialty thing, and people
Like-
you only buy it once.
$250, $300, and
For little, like these clothes are little. They're for 1-year-olds.
tell Carlos what to ask you to marry him again through TikTok. Get married on a volcano. That's what we almost did. That's what we almost did, Michael.
There is actually a documentary on Netflix about this couple that are both volcanologists, so they explore volcanoes. And they proposed on a volcano, they got married on a volcano, and they died together researching a volcano. They got vaporized in the volcano.
How about we just go eat tacos?
I would rather do that too.
Just do the tacos.
They died together. They died with the person they loved the most in the job they loved doing the most.
I guess so, man. I guess so. Speaking of, okay, so let me finish the story so I can show you the video. So we were shopping and they were expensive, but okay. So this is to all of you who don't pick up pennies. Pick a penny for good luck. So we're walking around and
pick a penny off. What is it? Pick a penny.
Pick a penny.
And all the day you'll have good luck.
Yeah, there's something more to it. I'll find it in a minute. But I pick it up, and Laura, who's actually here right now, she laughed at me when I said, this is going to bring us good luck, or I said, this is going to save us some money. And she laughed at me, comadre. La comadre laughed at me. Don't say no. And Christian will propose to you at a Taco Bell. How dare you, Michael? How dare you?
It's find a penny, pick it up, and all the day you'll have good
luck. Yes, she did laugh at me. So I said, this is going to save us money. Watch. So we keep walking around, and we saw this little tiny shop that we were like, well, let's just check it out, see what's going on. They had almost the identical outfit that we had seen for like $250, $280 for $180. Cuter. And I thought it was cute, not in a bad way though. Don't backtrack now, comadre. Don't backtrack. And yeah, $275. And so the lady is like, who's at 4? And first she thought I was her husband. And I was like, no, I'm the padrino. And so she starts pulling, and the outfit fit just right. And she gave us everything, the shoes, the candle, everything, the underwear, the undershirt. And
all the outfit they wear underneath the outfit.
Yeah, $200 for everything, with tax.
Savings.
So freaking cute. And then we're leaving, and she goes, "Señor," and because it comes with a little bow tie. It comes with a little bow tie.
She ran out with a second bow tie.
It comes with a little white bow tie, and yes, it was the blessing of the penny. Oh, and there's another story of the penny. We'll tell you in a minute. And the lady runs out and she goes, "Señor, señor, señor." And I'm like, "What's up?" And she gives me a little gold tie. And she goes, "This is for the party." And I was like, oh. It's like she knew us. Like she knew exactly who we were. And so we have a white tie for the church and then a gold tie for the party. It's like, all right. So he's going to be in style that day. So let me, I hope the comadre doesn't mind because I'm going to show it. It's still in the plastic because we didn't want to pull it out. But this is the outfit. I know you can't really see all the details. You're going to have to wait. But that is the outfit. And it's so freaking adorable. You can't see, but underneath there's a little hat too. Dios mío.
It's very cute.
Very cute. Very cute. Very, very excited for it. And because then when on Sunday when we went to work out, I found a penny by one of the machines and I picked it up and I said, for good luck. On the way out,
they had this sign up at 24-Hour Fitness that said, which is what I wanted to do with Daniel in the first place, was just add him as a friend or family to my account. So it'd just be a teeny little bump in the price, and he could just go in on my account and have all my benefits. But that's not how they set it up. Whoever set it up just screwed it all up and made Daniel his own account. Yet it was somehow being billed back to me, blah, blah, blah. Pain in the neck. So we talked to this wonderful young lady at the counter, and I asked her about it before we go work out. And I say, when we come down, we'll talk more about it. And
so while we're working out, I find the penny. I'm like, oh, it's going to bring us good luck. So then we go downstairs, and Christian's like, should we ask? Should we not ask? I'm like, yeah, whatever.
After our workout, we are going down like eight flights of stairs. Daniel and I both look like senior citizens about to fall on, like we need a nurse to help us go down. And one guy looks around the corner, and he's a little bit older guy too, so he just starts laughing because he sees both of us holding onto the bar.
Imagine a giraffe on high heels. That's what I look like coming down the stairway.
Exactly it.
Exactly.
And I'm going downstairs in them.
So we go and ask the lady. Christian asked the lady, he's like, hey, so here's what the situation was. She's like, let me ask my manager. And the manager comes over. He's like, so what is it? So we explain again. And he goes, oh, that's easy.
And I told Daniel, the worst thing they could say to us is no. So I go, let's ask, because there's a possibility you can only pay $25 a month for the membership you already have, which is $40 a month right now. So I told him, let's just ask her, because she said when we get done, come down and chat with her. We did. She asked her manager. Totally cool guy. He goes, well, we're going to put this in. We're making your account $25 a month. You're getting all the same benefits, everything you had, nothing's changing, except for it's being billed directly to Daniel's card now, not mine. And it's only going to be $25 a month, and it's not a promotion. It's going to be $25 a month for however long he has.
Yeah.
And which is dirt cheap. He gave Daniel a retention and it's luckily the manager was there, because he's the only one who could authorize doing retention, which is to save a customer from leaving 24-hour fitness. And that's what he gave Daniel. And it was awesome. Like, talk about the power of the penny. I mean, Daniel is now paying like
$15 less a month.
Yeah, it's insane. And I told him, you're welcome, because I'm the one who said, let's just ask. Like, the worst thing that could happen is nothing.
So I'm gonna say to y'all, I'm gonna send y'all some good juju. If you find a penny on the street and you're about to negotiate anything financial, pick up that penny. Put that penny in your pocket, and then throw it in the rice bowl that I've told you about before. Just so you can see.
Find a penny. Right, so all the day you'll have good luck.
I'm gonna share with y'all the intro. Just
on the grubby floor of a filthy gym.
Yeah. So
One thing I'll say, I like seeing all the people cleaning up their own machines after they worked out on them. I saw a lot of that, and I really appreciate that in the post-COVID world. Is that because they have a spray and paper towels you can get to clean the machines before you work out on them and after. But they actually people were doing it themselves after they got done working out, which was such a nice courtesy at this particular location. So I appreciate that.
So on your screen right now, you're seeing, if you remember back when in February 8th of 2020, we were laying on the bed and playing with the camera. This is the original episode of the Christian and Daniel Show. Huh?
It's
good news. There's always something going on.
Yeah, there's a reason they get all of a sudden go from relaxed to urgent.
Yes. So I was all weekend long. I even gained like 1.5 pounds because I was so stressed out. I was eating a lot.
I gained 1.5 pounds.
But it was not a good thing. Luckily,
it was a good meeting.
Yeah, luckily I have a really good doctor, Dr. No, over at Laguna Beach Community Clinic. Anyway, I'm just gonna play just a little bit because that's what it looked like. That's what we saw. That was the first episode. I'm gonna see if I can move over to like some of the other part towards the end, because people who like
I don't advocate anything, but I
the
just
vaping or the drops. I know there's flavored ones now. I'm gonna have to get a hold of Brian and
Let me move this up over a little bit.
Daniel show. I guess it's our
As you
pilot.
can tired and sleepy
There we
all
go.
the time is not conducive.
Yeah. And then I trust my intuitiveness a lot, and
It totally does.
so I can't connect, and it bothers me when I can't connect. So that's really hard. So for everybody that joined us again, this is Little Mexican Productions test. It's the Chris and Daniel show. I guess this is our
As you can
pilot.
see, we have multiple false endings to our show.
Yes, because we have a lot that we want to talk about. But hopefully we'll be doing more shows. This was just a test, and it ended up being an advocacy conversation. I hope you got something out of it. Share it with your friends. Go over to the Daniel G. Garza page and like it. I could use the likes. Or follow us on YouTube. You can go to YouTube and find me also on Daniel G. Garza, and you'll see, most likely you'll see this video on there, a little edited, but it'll be on there. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm. I just realized I've been showing everyone my thinning hair spot. There's the vein gay man.
We'll have to talk about our insecurities on the next episode. We have many. So thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, everybody who commented. Please share this with your friends. Let them know that we're up in the air. And
up in the air. We're on the air.
We're on the air.
We're not up in the air.
We're honeys with flies.
Yeah,
no shit.
Honey with flies, and we're not being shits.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you for doing this.
I cannot believe you cussed and it wasn't me.
Yes. See you later, guys. Bye.
Oh, what a horrible song.
That was the original song. That was before we had a song.
One, we're laying on a bed. I'm like, can we have been more casual than we were? You had your cards on one side. I don't know what you did with the cards. I don't even know if you touched them.
I know what we were doing.
Your laptop, which, oh my Lord, that is.
Remember, because we had the little camera. We were doing off the little 360
crazy.
camera.
That was the pilot episode.
So for those of you that did not join us from the very beginning, that was the original episode.
That's what it looked like.
100 episodes ago. That was the original. So because some of you came in a little late, I'm going to show you the new intro to the show. Because Charlie was like, did I miss the intro? Yes, you did. But we're going to show it to you again because I just worked on it and I just finished it today. So this is the new intro. This is the new intro to the Christian and Daniel Show.
Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
I like it. I really like the new, I know, the ending photo. I was trying to find those are, by the way, that last photo is from the Richard Wayne Kilgo second photography collection.
Yeah, it's a professional photo.
For those of you that watch Zodiacs on Fridays, Richard Wayne Kilgo, my co-host, he is also a photographer, as y'all know, and he did those shots. So thank you, Richard, for that. But yeah, that's the new entrance. Now you got to see us from the very, very beginning.
Yeah, the pictures aren't all that different, and the song's the same because, well, that's just a fabulous song by Kai Kalama and Ryan Kalama. But I still want them to do our insightful song. But anyway.
Yes, and now if you see, you'll see in the end credits, we had not, and I apologize, we had not given credit to our announcer because we have an announcer at the beginning of the show, and his name is he's on
TikTok.
He's under Viking. Hold on a second, I'm gonna find it. Yes, he's under Viking Tower on TikTok. And back during the lockdown, you would send him a message, and he would say, "Hey, can you read this for me?" And he read, "Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show." So our announcer is at Viking Tower. His real name is Paul. Paul Ryan, I believe, or it'll be on the credit.
but I had to track him down all the way to LinkedIn, and I found him on LinkedIn. And so if you follow him on TikTok, let him know that I'm going to post this entrance on our page anyway. So I'll let him know that we're giving him credit. But yes, it's really cool. Before we go into what have you learned these last 2 years, you want to do pick of the week?
Oh, sure.
Cool.
My pick of the week is NCIS Hawaii. I guess I've reached that age where all the NCIS shows are super entertaining to me. But I really, really enjoy this one because it has Vanessa Lachey, who is Nick Lachey's wife. She usually plays humorous roles. She tends to be known for more lighthearted humor roles. But she is playing the head honcho of NCIS in Hawaii at Pearl Harbor. So she's playing a more serious role, and she's fantastic. Like, the show is so entertaining and so good. And the storylines have been really strong. And it's been all over the island of Oahu, which is just gorgeous. And it's just a lot of fun. And it's a fun show that moves along quite quickly. And they are in season 2. And from what I understand, they've been renewed already for season 3. But it's on Hulu.
I was wondering, is it on? Yeah,
no, it's not on. It's not on Hulu.
It's on
someone put it in parentheses.
It's on Paramount.
It's on Paramount Plus, not Hulu.
There we go.
Anyway, it's on Paramount Plus.
Paramount Plus. I thought we could add this at the end because people keep ask us like, where do you see it? And now you know where we see it. So now you can go and check it out. All right. Mine is on Hulu, and my pick of the week is called Extraordinary. What would happen if everybody in the world had superpowers except you? And that's the tagline that they give you. And it's all of a sudden, everybody in the world, it's a British show, and everybody in the world has a superpower except for the lead girl. And she hasn't figured out what her superpower is. So people around her either like freeze time, reverse time, they're strong, all these different powers. And when they turn 18 is when they get their powers. On her birthday, she didn't get it. So she's walking through life trying to figure out where she belongs. And everybody around her has a superpower. It's on Hulu. The first season is up. It's British. It's very easy to follow. You know, I know sometimes some British comedies are hard to follow because they use a lot of slangs or a lot of local information. And you're like, what? But since this is like a sci-fi futuristic thing, it's really easy to follow along. It's really funny. It's cute in some parts, but definitely something that I found just because I was bored and I was looking for new shows to watch. But Extraordinary, catch it on Hulu, and I hope you enjoy it. And what's your pick of the week? What should we watch? Oh, which she's not here right now, but we finally watched the movie that Maddie.
Barbarian.
80 for Brady, is it cute? I want to watch it. 80 for Brady, Sally Field, Rita Moreno, Frankie and Gracie.
The whales from Star Trek 3?
No. The two actresses. The two actresses from Jane Fonda.
Jane Fonda and oh my God. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, Jane Fonda, but who's the other one?
She's super famous too.
Okay, so the four of them are in the movie, but we'll watch it. Yes, Jane Fonda. And I can't think of her name right now. But yes. No, I said Rita Moreno. Rita Moreno, Sally Field, Jane Fonda, and
Lily Tomlin.
Lily Tomlin, thank you. And yes, we did hear about Cindy Williams passing.
Already?
Yeah. Cindy Williams passed.
She didn't live a short life.
Huh?
He said already, and I'm thinking like, lived a pretty long life.
Oh no, he's asking if we already talked about it.
No, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I was kidding.
Hi guys, sorry I'm late. I was doing something more fun. Dick. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add them in the credits. Oh guys, I'm sorry. I need to add you to the credits. I took you out.
That's okay. It's something more fun to do.
Based on a true story of four good parents. Is it really based off a true story? It looks really funny. I've seen some of the interviews and stuff that they do, and they look like they're having a great time. So, but yes. So, what was the name of the movie we saw that Maddie recommended?
Barbarian.
Barbarian.
This movie is nothing like you think it's going to be.
Nada.
And there's even a part where I thought it was over. I thought the movie was done. I was waiting for credits, and then it continued.
I thought it was a really short movie. I was like, oh, that's cute. It was more fun, but it had less Christians than I would prefer.
There you go. You always got to have your helping of Christians.
There's only one surviving cast member from Laverne Shirley. Everyone else is passed. Yeah.
And it's not either of the leading ladies.
Yeah. But yeah, Barbarian, check it out. It is
worth a watch. And it's not
different.
Scary. It's suspenseful.
Yeah, it's more gross. Suspense. There's a couple of gross out parts that I was grossed out by.
Yeah.
But the CGI stuff or the extra stuff is really good. So Barbarian, we watched it on Netflix?
Yes, Netflix.
These are Netflix. So
yeah,
check it out.
It's a big HBO.
Was it HBO? Was it HBO Plus? Yeah. HBO.
It was HBO Plus because she watches a lot of HBO Plus.
So Barbarian on HBO, if you have it, check it out. It's super funny. What was it? I was going to say we were going to talk about that in a minute. Barbarian, pick of the week. I think that's it. I can't remember what else. Can't remember what else I was going to talk about. Anyway, I forgot. What else do you got? We have 8 minutes to go.
Well, what else are we talking about? What else we do? We talked about our workout. We talked about our adventure in Fashion District. I really wish I need to pick up some socks. I'm going to go back there next time because it's like 24 socks. I get 24 white ankle socks for what, $1?
And you know what I want to go back and try? Because I didn't know anywhere where they had it. The conchas, the stuffed conchas.
Oh, the ones I kept the lady that I kept asking about that cheesecake thingy she had the stuffed conchas too.
No, she had the stuff like a stuffed donut, like a donut. But the first place that we stopped at they weren't ready yet, but they had the concha or the volcan, who some people know as volcan. Yeah. With Nutella and strawberries and bananas and whipped cream. We didn't go back. I was like, why didn't we go back?
And they had the filled conchas. You could get it with whatever you want.
And I want to go back and try one of those. So we need the whole day just to go spend. There's a lot to go see downtown. So
folks, I'll tell you, if you haven't been to the Fashion District, it's worth just going down there. $10 for parking for the whole day. And just go down there and walk around. And I mean, there's plenty of food available. So you won't go hungry walking around there. And it's crowded, but it's kind of fun crowded.
Let's talk about sex.
Filled with Bavarian cream, or I assume an assortment, or you get Nutella or other things.
Yep. It was really good. What else was I going to show you? I think that's all I was going to show you.
Okay. And then, guys, lately I've been watching some of the classic videos from like the mid 80s and on, and pops up the original. They keep saying it's the short version of Salt and Pepper's Push It, their first video, their first hit, their first single. And I remember singing that song in the stands of a football field in high school, watching a football game, and that song would come on and everyone would stand up and do probably very white people dancing to Salt and Pepper. And of course we had a lot of different words we subbed in for the actual lyrics because it sounds like something different when you're a kid. and even when you're an adult. But the video for it, I never really saw it till now, like till recently, and it is such a great. It looks like a video they just like opened up a plate, like like a garage in somewhere in Compton, and it's just like the two dancers look like they're just some like their nephews who decided they could dance, and what they're doing is great, but the choreography is all discombobulated, and it's just so much fun to watch. Like, and I know those ladies, those three ladies, Spinderella and Salt and Peppa, all became registered nurses. Like they're all nurses. That's what they've been doing after their career in singing ended, and or once they chose to retire. But it's pretty funny to see them. They are doing the two ladies, Salt and Peppa themselves, are doing some crazy physical choreography that's like you only can do it when you're young. You can, like, I look at it now. If I did that, I wouldn't be getting up again. I'd just be laying on the floor and singing the song. But yeah, it was just so much fun to watch that. It brought back so many fun memories. And we also played that. Okay, yes, I was a band geek. And yes, we also played Push It as one of our songs in our field show competition. So that was a lot of fun too.
I didn't watch the Grammys, but I'm sure I'll go through the videos. They'll pop up. I now remember what I was going to talk about. We are not having.
Oh.
What?
Hello, Gen Z. I saw this guy on TikTok, and what he said was totally true. There apparently have been a lot of young people who weren't around for the old days, and when they give out, I guess, the Lifetime Award to, now this is where my age shows. Anyway, they gave a Lifetime Award to someone from our generation. Bonnie Raitt. Bonnie Raitt, who's been around a long time. And she, her heyday was kind of the 80s. It wasn't even the 90s, it was the 80s. Well, all these like young people were complaining online about like, they gave this award to someone no one knows. And it's like, hello, an entire generation, and one of the most important generations, Gen X, knows this. And this guy just went off the deep end on TikTok. Like, he had posted it, then he got the response, and he posted the response to the response. It was so much fun to watch because I so agreed with everything he was saying. It's like, no one cares. No one cares about your opinion. No one cares. You can keep it to yourself, because Bonnie Raitt was a trailblazer in her time. And just because you don't know who she is and you're too ignorant to look it up doesn't mean we need to cater to your generation about anything, because no one wants to and no one cares.
So before we go, I do want to say we're not going to be here next week. I'm going to be in Boston for this. It's the Living with Cancer presentation. We're recording this for PBS. It's called Stories from the Stage in collaboration with Count Me In, and it's about living with cancer. So I got chosen as the only Latino on the group, and which is really cool. So I get to go share my story. We're going to record in front of a live audience, and then they'll show it on PBS. For those of you that remember, the show Zoom back in the 70s at WGBH Studios, yeah. I'm gonna be at the same studios that they recorded on. So I'm finally gonna make it on Zoom. Well, technically, but I do have a shirt that resembles the Zoom shirts that they had, which I'm gonna wear. But if you know anybody in Boston, let them know that the tickets are for sale. They can actually come in and sit in the audience and watch.
Also, a good thing of note is that that station, WBH, is the first public station that put Julia Childs on the map.
Yeah.
That's where she went to film her first show, and that's where her show stayed for a lot of years until it got big, much bigger, and it got a little too big for a public television station. It was WBH in Boston. So how amazing is that history? That station has a lot of history.
Hi, David. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being on the show. Yeah. I watched the last episode that they did. So I'm really honored to be part of it. Bye, Charlie. We'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
And by the way, just to mention, David Harrod is the chair of our Radiant Health Center's board of directors, and we're going to be in Washington, D.C. in March for one of the HIV conferences together. So I'm really excited to do real business with people over there. So anyway, but
we're out of time. Thank you for watching, everybody. We will see you in 2 weeks. And again, thank you so much for being part of our first 100 episodes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
They said we're going to work, David. I don't know if we're really going to work, but they said we're going to work. But you want to say anything before we go?
Well, I just wanted to say we won't be back for 2 semanas.
I meant about the 100 days. I mean, 100 days, but 100 shows.
100 días.
Obviously, the last minutes of the show are brought to you in Espanol. Anyway, well, thank you everyone for watching us. Thank you
for 100 episodes, folks, for tuning in, participating, supporting us. We so appreciate you being here. And here's to 100 more. And more advancements and more refinement.
We love you guys. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys.